What's up, Knife Tube? It's Diamond Cut Steel, and you guys are going to learn something today, and I have no doubt this y'all have been waiting for. All right here we have the Cheefarcuut 400 centered vitrified diamond stone. And I know y'all been waiting for this. Spyderco Magnamax mule. It does not want to focus, does it? There you go. All right, so I know you guys have been waiting for this. Put quite a bit of cutting on this. Factory edges wasn't the greatest, to be honest. Wasn't terrible. It was well formed. It just wasn't very sharp. We're gonna fix that. Still quite a bit of cutting. Still in beautiful shape. Stropped back very nicely, and still plenty sharp. Still sharp. Don't have any catches or anything like that. It's most people would think that's still a plenty sharp edge. It did strop back very nicely. It comes right back to sorry about that. I had to pause it for a second. It's hot. It's hot. Had to get fanned. So anyways, yeah, most people would think that's still a plenty sharp edge. It struck back very nicely, but it's the bite has definitely started to fall off. It's done quite a bit of cutting. So how we're going to finish this now, since I'm this is really the first sharpening on this steel, I'm going to kind of let the steel tell me what it wants as far as feel for finish. I'm definitely not going to polish it. I'm going to treat it more as a stainless steel. The whole stainless K390 or stainless 10V. Okay, I'm going to treat it as it's a high alloy stainless steel. And that means take it nowhere near a polish. So let's get our stone nice and moist. All right, let's do it to it, guys. I'm telling y'all, when these come back in stock, these Cheefarcuuts, don't get you one immediately. Do not wait. I told y'all they was going to sell out. I knew as soon as I used the first sharpening on it, I knew they were going to sell out. As soon as a couple good sharpeners got them and word got around, I knew they was going to go, sell out, because they're an incredible value. I've been talking to the owner, so I know that a supply refresh is coming here pretty soon. Get you one. Do not wait. I will post as soon as I see them in stock. Order you one. And thank me later. So on this first sharpening, I'm not going to lower the angle. Actually, I might a little bit. Because it held up to what I was asking of it, no problem. It can definitely go lower because it don't have any chips. Or I should say, nothing that didn't strop right out. All right. Let's do it. So we are going to, I think we're going to go slightly lower than factory on this first sharpening. Get right up to that plunge. I can tell you this. This steel has definitely ran hard. I can tell by how this, clearly the stone's cutting it very efficiently, but I can tell by how it's skating across the stone that this steel is ran hard. Look at that. We already got a burr. Already got a burr. And I did, that is going to be slightly lower than factory. Probably maybe, you know, say a half a degree or so. I didn't drop it a lot. Sorry for bumping the camera. Here's where we're at. You know what? I'm going to lower. I'm going to actually take a little more steel off. Still going to remove a little more. We do have a, you know, we definitely have a burr. But believe it or not, this factory edge is convex slightly. Oh yeah, definitely convexed a little. So we're gonna sharpen that out. That's looking better. Yeah, there's definitely some convexity to that factory edge, but we're getting it out. So we're looking pretty good right now. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump the camera. Okay. As you can see, we removed quite a bit of steel. Yeah, there's definitely some convexity to it. I can feel it. Spyderco definitely, the steel's ran hard. This has got to be up 55, 65, 66 RC. It's ran quite hard. We definitely have a bit almost. Missing a little bit at the front. Yeah, we're a little bit. Okay. So we've removed pretty good bit of steel. Here's where we're at. Yeah, see, I haven't got all that convexity out. Let's remove a little bit more. I really love this stone. Like, no kidding. I really like how it's hard, but it's also friable, and I really love the feel of it, and it cuts so damn quick. All right, that's looking good. Got most of that convexity out of it. Okay, let's go clean the Cheefarcuut off. That was a pretty good bit of steel removed right now. The more I use this stone, the more I love it. I mean, I'm genuinely impressed with this stone. Like, I really like this stone. Like, I know it sounds silly, but I enjoy sharpening more on it than I do my FSK 400. And that's no joking. I mean, dead ass serious. Let's see. How long? You know what? Let's go 100 micron first. We're gonna go Nano-Hone, resin bonded diamond, big hundo, 100 micron. These stones do not. I know 100 micron sounds quite aggressive, especially for finish, but these stones are far less aggressive than the number tells you. I really like these stones because they're ridiculously consistent. They're not super fast cutting at all, actually. But the diamond consistency in these stones is second to none. And that's where these stones shine at. Like there's no resin stone on the market that will leave you a more consistent scratch pattern than these stones right here. The dispersion, the standard deviation, and extreme spread of diamond size is unbelievably tight. We're just going to use this to raise up the stone a little bit because it's pretty flat. I mean, it's pretty thin. All right, can you folks see? All right, so we got a nice healthy burr. We've removed quite a bit of steel. Been a nice consistent bevel width. Let's do it. Let's do it to it. All right. Hey, what do you know? I can actually feel the bevel now. It's not convex. Still a little bit, but I don't want to just waste steel to get out all the convexity. We're about right there. You know what? I'm just going to shear that burr off. I'm going to shear that burr off and go ahead and set a new one. Okay. Okay. So get that burr cleaned up, but we haven't raised. I want to go ahead and raise another burr. I just sheared that off and make sure. Yeah, see, there's a piece of it right there. I want to get that off that stone so I'm not ramming that edge into hardened steel. Clean that off. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and raise a burr and pretend like we're going to literally pretend like this is the first stone of the progression now. That'll let me get a little bit more of that convexity out, but without really eating up a bunch of steel like that center diamond stone will do. This one will remove steel too, but not nearly as quickly. So I'm gonna really try to get a perfectly flat edge right, or flat V bevel right here. I got most of the convexity out on the vitrified stone, but still a little bit remaining. It's looking pretty nice. Okay. And we have a full length burr. Beautiful scratch pattern. We're going to still take a little more out. So far, I'm really liking how this steel sharpens. Okay, dash looking good. And we're gonna flip that burr. Yeah, I want to get as much convexity out of it as possible in this sharpening, but there's probably still going to be some left. It'll be mostly out, but I don't want to just sit and waste steel just for the sake of taking all the convexity out of it. Okay, we got a nice defined burr. Let me show y'all where we're at on the 100. I think we're going to finish this on this 100. We might not go any lower. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start working this burr. Hoping that it'll just pop loose on its own. As you can hear, the burr is actually refining down, breaking away. You hear the strokes getting less aggressive on the stone. However, I'm not seeing any breaking off. I don't like that. Yes, I don't see any little burr fragment wires breaking loose. I don't like that. And there's still Still burr there. Let's make a few edge leading deburring passes and see. Maybe it's. I do feel the burr refining down. Okay. There's still some burr. It does feel pretty aggressive. That is a very aggressive edge. You know, I won't say that it's, how should I put this? It's the first sharpening. So I'm not going to count that it doesn't want to just let the burr go against it yet. But it does seem to want to hang on to that burr a little bit. So we're going to go slightly above sharpening angle. This is a no compound strop. It's just bare leather. Break any of that burr loose. I don't know. This still might. Maybe I should go down and grit, or go up and grit. That is an aggressive edge. Tons of bite. Ooh, that's nice. That is one aggressive edge right there. I mean, it should be. That's 100 micron stone. That is very aggressive edge. Let's just a couple passes on 1 micron. Of course, at sharpening angle. I don't know, this steel might want to go a little higher in grit, because it's got an absolute ton of bite right now. That will be a very, very good work knife edge right there. because it's going to shred. That is extremely, extremely sticky with tons of bite. And I don't have hardly any freaking hair left. Yeah. It's got a lot of bite. I need lotion. My skin's freaking super dry, like it always is. Yeah. You know what we're going to do? We're going to take this steel because it's not wanting to let that burr fully go. I can feel it. We are going to, and with all that aggression that's still there, let's take it over to the 20 to 25. See how it acts. Kind of not very happy about it not wanting to deburr. You know, now I can strop that burr off, no problem, but I don't want to do that. Yeah, there's definitely burr there. There's definitely some burr there. Okay. Maybe it's just too coarse at 100. All right. Yeah, see, there's a fine. I can feel it on the stone. There's definitely a fine burr there. It is not wanting to just let that burr go. But that could be that this steel just doesn't want to be ran at that, you know, that coarse of an edge. Okay. Flip the burr. Okay. Let's see. Come on now. Let's let that burr go. Let's let that burr go just from fatigue passes. Okay, now I'm liking that. I'm liking that. That feels better. Just okay, just two passes, and I already feel the burr substantially reduced and seeing little flakes of it. Okay, I guess 100 is just too aggressive for right now. A few more fatigue passes. Being extremely careful to be at exactly sharpening angle. Because there's still a slight bit of convexity to this edge, so I got to be real careful with filling that bevel. Yeah, the burr is definitely refining down. Now I can feel it breaking loose. Still don't have no little wire though, I'll tell you that. Let's make a couple very light edge leading deburring passes. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump the camera, guys. We're just alternating with lighter and lighter pressure. There's a piece of burr. Let's clean this one off. Okay. That feels pretty clean. Come on, cat. Hold on a second, guys. Go. Go, go, go. Yeah. Yeah. That cat's got a fucking foot fetish. Big old shop cat. Cool cat, though. Looks like an armadillo. Oh, hush. Okay. Still lots of aggression, but significantly cleaner edge feel. Yeah, couple passes on the strop. This should be clean. I don't know, guys. Maybe after a little more steel removal, it'll. But I'm not very happy at how this knife's deburring right now. I'm not saying it's bad. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the camera. I'm not saying it's bad, but it is wanting to hang on to a little burr. Maybe the factory edge burn a little bit more than they typically are, and it's just got a little gummy. Of course, this is a dry strop right here. Okay. That feels pretty clean. That still feel a little bit of burr. There's a little bit of burr right there in the belly. Okay. Feels pretty clean right now. Let's go to some couple passes on 1 micron. At exactly sharpening angle, of course. I'll tell you what, I hope it starts deburring better after an edge or two. Because I mean, I did remove a decent bit of steel. Okay, it feels pretty clean now. And I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. We have a lot of aggression off that 25 micron stone, which is a good thing. I very much like that. Yeah, popping hair now. Yeah, popping hair. Okay, I guess it just didn't want to be finished at. It didn't want to let go of that burr at that coarse of aggressive of an edge. I do like the way this edge feels. I'll tell you that. It's very keen, but lots and lots of bite, which is what I want. That's how you want your edge. You want keen and a ton of bite, and that's exactly what we got. I don't know. This might be a stainless steel that likes a polish. And I got a neck sharpening. I got to get that bevel called out. There was a slight discrepancy between sides. I should have went ahead and cleaned it up on that one. It's probably about 2 degrees difference. I'll clean it up on the neck sharpening, but yeah, feels great now. I kind of wish it would have been able to fully deburr off that 100 micron, but that would have given me a little more confidence in how the steel's gonna react. But it very well could just need some more steel removed. That is a very good edge, guys. I will say that. All right, so there's the Magnamax mule. All right, guys, y'all have a good one. Hope y'all enjoyed it.